Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me and I have a few tips and tricks along the way. So if you'd like to see what I do on a daily routine, then just continue watching. Okay, so today I'm doing a get ready with me using my BRI Glamour kit that I received in my Ultimate Starter Kit. So I've already moisturized my face and gotten it ready for the day, so now I'm going to put on some primer. So I'm going to start out using my Juno & Co. Moonshine Primer Cream, which I absolutely love, and this stuff just goes on so smoothly, and you just put a little bit on your fingers, and put a little bit on both and kind of rub it together, and just prime my face for everything that I'm going to be putting on it. If you don't already use a primer, I highly suggest it because it is really, really good for keeping your moisture in that you've already applied. Okay, so I'm primed and ready to go. Here's the kit I'm going to be using. Okay, so now if you have any blemishes or any red marks on your skin or anything, now is the time to cover those up before you apply any foundation. I'm going to be using the Pop Feel concealer. It's a creamy based, and when I'm covering up anything, a blemish or anything, I like to use a cream. Okay, so now on to foundation. I'm going to be using the foundation today from BRI that is the dry to wet foundation, and what I'm using is my dampened beauty sponge. I'm going to be using the color Light Beige. I just get a little bit on the butt of my beauty blender and I just start dapping that on. I have my mirror right over here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. And I really, really like this foundation. It's got an extremely nice finish to it, and it's got this great point on the end so that you can get right up into your eyes. And I do not put powder or anything under my eyes. At my age, you get a little bit of fine lines and it starts to show. When you put powder over it, it intensifies the wrinkles more, so I just don't do it. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the BRI liquid concealer in the color Light Neutral. I'm also going to be using my e.l.f. sponge. It was actually specifically made for their camo concealer, but you can use it with any concealer. It works great on all of them. It's nice and soft. And I pretty much use my other beauty blender to do the rest of my face. Okay, so I've got my concealer on, and we'll have to see later if this concealer holds up or if it moves around, but right now it feels pretty good. It's drying up pretty well. And I like to use, I have this great little tip for you. This is a little fan that I bought off of Amazon. It's a mini rechargeable folding fan. So you use it, and that's low, and then there's high. And I like to do that when I put on anything that has moisture or anything, just to kind of help it dry down. And then when you're through with it, you just, the blades collapse, and then you just fold it up. So I really love it because you can take it in your purse, you can travel with it. It's just really nice, and it doesn't take up a lot of room on my vanity. So next I'm going to be doing my eyes. I'm not sure what kind of look I want to go for today, so let's take a gander. I'm going to be using a Best Hope fluffy brush for the eyes. It doesn't have a name, so that's all I can do. So for my transition color, I'm going to be using the color Plum. It's a matte.
So I usually use an eyelid primer before I put my eyeshadow on, and I skipped that step today.
Okay, so next I'm going to be doing the outer corner of my eyes. Because I have hooded eyes, I want to go with a little bit darker color, and I'm going to be using the color Heather and Ice. My cousin Heather's going to love that because her name is Heather and she lives in Colorado and there's lots of ice. So she's going to love that. This eyeshadow is appearing quite dark, but it is really not this dark in person. This is very pigmented and it's very blendable. It's nice. Now I'm going to be using a BH Cosmetics brush. Doesn't have a name, but I really like it. I'm going to be using the color Pink Champagne. It's a beautiful color. I'm going to go back in with the Heather and Ice again and just kind of darken that up just a little bit on those corners, just so that it pops a little bit. And I'm going to go back in with my neutral shade that I used at the beginning, Plum, and I'm going to put that right a little bit in my corner so it gives it a little bit of a spotlight look. Okay, after I'm through with that, I usually take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend it a little bit. I'm also going to pop a little bit of a color called Raw Sugar into my corners. Next, I'm going to be taking a flat brush that's thin and a little bit easier to work with, smaller. And I'm going to be taking the same Plum shade that I used as my transition shade and my corner shade. I'm just going to put a little bit down here under my eye. Ties it all in together, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. We'll leave that to the younger YouTubers. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a little bit of eyeliner, and today I'm using the Believe eyeliner, and it is in the color Queen Mauve. I don't like to really tug on my eye with my fingers, so I try to use. So I'm just putting that right in my waterline. My friend Trisha Curl taught me how to do that when I was about 14 years old. She probably doesn't even remember that, but she did. We were at her house playing with makeup and she taught me how to do my waterline, and I've done it that way ever since. So thanks, Trisha. Before I start doing my makeup, I like to use a little bit of a lip oil just to get my lips ready, and allows it to dry down a little bit. This is in the color Dulce de Leche 100. Next, I'm going to be using the Milani Prep. It's a purple, it's called the Violet one. And this just feels so good when I apply my mascara. It just allows it to go on a lot smoother and just gets them primed and ready. Okay, so now on to mascara. I'm going to be using the BRI Lash Building Mascara in the color Black. make all kinds of faces when I'm doing my makeup. Seems to coat. Well, that mascara really seems to do the trick. My lashes are nice and long and they feel really good. We'll have to see when we take it off later. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing some contouring. I never used to do contouring. I actually just started doing more makeup in the last 6 months to a year. I live out in the country now and there's not really a whole lot of reason to put makeup on, but I like to sit and play with it. It's one of my hobbies. And of course I wear it when I see my friends and go into town and things like that, but I just never used to wear it that much before. I worked as a campus technology manager at an elementary school. Hi Pope friends! Miss you guys. I just didn't used to wear very much makeup because I was down on the ground, on the floor, running around the building, and by noon it would be all gone. So I just didn't feel the need. I never used to wear eyeshadow. I mean, I haven't worn eyeshadow in 25 years. I'm going to be using a cream contour today, and this one is Bioaqua Face Stick 109. I think I got this off of Wish. So I'm just going to start up here in my temple area, and I'm going to come down, and I'm going to go just a little bit right here, and I'll put a little bit on my chin. We have to snatch that chin. We don't want it to look too large and in charge, if you know what I mean. Now I'm using my BRI contour brush. I've not used it before, so we're going to see how things blend out. If they don't blend out the way that I like, I might have to choose a sponge, but so far so good. I like it. Gives your cheeks a little bit more of a chiseled look. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but it looks good here. I know the camera is much more HD, so that color is probably coming up pretty strong, but it's not in person. If you have a really large forehead, this is really good to make it look a little bit smaller. I don't have a large forehead, but I am quite pale, so I like to blend that out. And I can tell by my camera that it definitely is showing up darker on my camera than it is in person. So I think I'm okay. Okay, so I do have a favorite blush brush that I use all the time, but today I'm going to be using the BRI, and I'm going to be getting a color out of my Glamour kit. And I've got this great sheet. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with the color Peach Puff. And I don't think you have to put very much on your brush because it is pigmented. I like to go up into my temple a little bit and just back. Start with the apples of your cheeks. Go up into your temple, and I sometimes even take it down the bridge of my nose and do a little bit just what's left on my brush and kind of do it. Just gives you a little bit of color back into your face. Okay, so next I'm going in with a little bit of highlight. Just gives you a little bit of naturalness back into your skin. This is a beautiful color by Ofra and Nikkietutorials in the color Glazed Donut. Just take a little bit. A lot goes on there, so you only need a little bit, and I just put it the natural spot where my skin would glow, and that did apply just a little tiny bit darker than I wanted, so I'm just going to take a brush back over that just a little bit. On the camera you can see it a lot more than I can in person. I'm going to do the other side, a little bit down the nose, a little bit on the tip of the nose, a little bit right here. Just gives you a little bit of glow back into your skin to make it look a little natural. Okay, so now that I have completed all of my face, I'm going to put on some lipstick, and I really want to just go with a neutral lipstick that's good for every day. I'm going to start off with some lip liner, and this is the Palladio lip liner in the color Nearly Nude, and it is waterproof. And thanks to Jamie French for helping me discover this. I absolutely love it. And I'm just going to outline, it's kind of hard to talk while you're doing this. I'm just going to outline my lips. And another tip that Jamie French gave me is just kind of going on the outside of your Cupid's bow. You don't necessarily need to make the little V. And I like to fill that in. This way, if my lipstick runs off, I still have lipstick on underneath. And this one will stay put. Now I'll be using the BRI lipstick in the color Divinity. This is a little bit darker than I originally wanted to go with, but I wanted to use my BRI. And that's not dark at all. Okay, so now I'm going to be misting myself with some BRI Antioxidant Face Mist, and this just kind of ties everything in, kind of makes your makeup feel like skin again, because sometimes it can get a little cakey, and so you just want to spritz a little bit of this on here, and it just feels so refreshing. And at this point I usually take my little fan and I just dry it down. It's so refreshing. I like it. Just makes you feel good all over. Okay, so here's my final look, and it's just an easy look for the day. It really doesn't take long to do this. It takes longer because this was a video, but I can do this in about 15 minutes. All right, so that's my look for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had fun filming it, and I look forward to doing a lot more of this with you. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this.